Questions being raised tonight about an unprecedented message to the military's top brass. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth outlining his vision to reshape the military, and President Trump suggesting they use, quote, dangerous American cities as training grounds for the military. Eyewitness News reporter Jory Rand live outside the Federal Building in downtown LA with their message and how California leaders are responding. Jory.
Yeah, well, Mark, we have some experience with this kind of thing here in Los Angeles. We're outside the federal complex and the loading docks. This was the nexus of some of the violence we saw this summer that culminated with President Trump sending federal troops here to the streets of Los Angeles. He has since sent troops to other American cities, and it has raised a lot of concern about where he is going with this. Today, he said there's an invasion from within in the United States, and the U.S. military should train their forces against U.S. citizens. He said this in front of 800 generals and admirals summoned to Quantico, Virginia by the U.S. Secretary of Defense.
If the words I'm speaking today are making your heart sink, then you should do the honorable thing and resign.
Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth gathered hundreds of top U.S. military leaders today to tell them there's a new sheriff in town.
It's tiring to look out at combat formations, or really any formation, and see fat troops.
Hegseth also continued his war on what he calls woke ideology in the military and said physical requirements for women will be the same as they are for men, which is already the case. But it was something the president said today that raised a lot of concern.
San Francisco, Chicago, New York, Los Angeles, they're very unsafe places, and we're going to straighten them out one by one. And this is going to be a major part for some of the people in this room. That's a war, too. It's a war from within. I told Pete we should use some of these dangerous cities as training grounds for our military.
The whole thing was vile.
The idea of sending U.S. troops to train on the U.S. population, the very people the military is sworn to protect, drew immediate condemnation.
The man doesn't give a damn about regular people, about Americans. He serves only himself and his ego.
It should scare us all. This is something that we just don't do in America.
Governor Newsom posting to social media, this speech should terrify anyone who cares about our country. Declaring war on our nation's cities and using our troops as political pawns is what dictators do. This man cares about nothing but his own ego and power. And LA Mayor Karen Bass tweeting, take it from a mayor whose city has been targeted by the federal government once. Nothing about this is normal. The last time the federal government tried to do this, Los Angeles stood firm. Our city will never accept a military occupation. So we also got some insight during this 73-minute speech by the president today into issues like why he insists that cities like Los Angeles or Chicago or Baltimore look like war zones when that's clearly not the case. He talked about a situation this week in a conversation with the governor of Oregon. The president had threatened to send troops to Portland. The governor said, we don't need them here. And the president said, unless I'm being shown fake video, it looks like World War II in Portland. Well, it turns out the video he had been shown was from 2020, and the president thought it was from today. Reporting live in downtown Los Angeles, Jory Rand, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.